Hello and welcome to Words of Wisdom. Today's topic is emotional responsibility. Until we can take responsibility for the way we feel, we will continue to find other causes, people, or things to blame them on. This provides a temporary relief and can sometimes make us think we have fixed the problem. No emotions can be underplayed. Any emotion can be so unbalanced that it can affect someone physically, mentally, and spiritually. People who have never been completely distraught can never know the degree and effect of an unbalanced emotion. People can be driven to do unspeakable things, including suicide. There is nothing wrong with educating yourself or trying to find the root to your pain and suffering. In most cases, we choose to blame others for how we feel, but I have seen people blaming narcissism, cognitive dissonance, and even shame. In the end, finding the blame does not really matter. It is a matter of changing yourself. Without change, things will just reoccur. What I'm saying all along is, people can find anything to blame their situation, but they have to change the way they think. They have to change their perception. Most people cannot change the way they think. They find it easier to change other things around them, situations, people, and places, then find themselves later on with the same problem, because their changes were not changes. They were only distractions. I've been asked, how can one control their emotions? It is a matter of understanding them. When you feel an emotion, you can analyze these emotions, accept it and move on, or hold on to them and savor them. There are emotions I choose to savor, and others I choose to pass by quickly. I always have the choice. Sometimes I choose to feel anger when I want to hurt someone. I utilize visualization with breathing techniques to help me feel the power and change in my body and mind, much like a power lifter would do before a big fight. When I want to feel tranquil, I also have visualization and breathing techniques. You can use many things to help guide and bring out greater emotions. Some people use things which stimulate their other senses, like incense, lighting, or your general environment, anything that causes greater visualization and such. We can focus on emotions to feel better or worse. We have the power to change how we feel. I had a friend who could not deal with shame. It was a haunting emotion which really affected their total being. I know it's easy to say, let it go, especially when people have a conditioned response which leads them into self-destruction. Instead of redirecting an emotion into self-destruction, pain, and suffering, which can often affect those who love and care for us, it is better to practice breathing techniques combined with imagery. If it were not for developing those abilities, I would have probably ended up in jail a long time ago. We can develop the ability to change our emotions. We can be responsible for how we feel. There are a number of emotions which can bring one to a mental breakdown. I was taught fear and anger are the crown emotions. Fear is connected to everything in the future, and anger is connected to everything in the past. When things do not fall into place according to how you think or feel they should be, it results with emotional anger. We are conditioned by the past to having an understanding or expectation to how things should be. If you think about it deeply, you will realize it is the root to many things that upset us. When we think of the future, as in, will we have enough money to retire? Will my children be successful? Can I afford a new house? What if my car breaks down? Will I become someone to be remembered? Anything that arises from thought of tomorrow is a result of fear. We create these things in our minds. We can create these things to be terrible monsters that we cannot deal with. We all have weaknesses and are susceptible to them when our guards are down. However, we have to learn to be responsible and neutralize these demons. I shared how I've learned to deal with and be responsible for how I feel. But I'm sure there are many other ways. It is knowing these other ways and how they will affect you that makes a difference. In conclusion, you are responsible for any way you choose to deal with your emotions. Well, that's it for my thoughts on emotional responsibility. If these thoughts upset you, I recommend relaxing, taking some long, slow breaths, and letting the stress go. It really should not matter what I think or say. What you get out of this more so reflects who you are, your mentality and perception. Hope I've stimulated or inspired thought. Please select like, share, subscribe, and have a great day.